So I'm here in my text editor. I'm just going to create a directory. Cp delete. I'm going to go into that directory. And then in here, within this directory is where I'm going to get clone and work. But I'm just going to clone it directly from this repo. Git clone. And now I'm going to open this code platoon delete in the word guess game. So let's just go over the challenge real quick. So the goal of this exercise is to refactor the included word guess pie to get the words from words.csv. So let's go into the word guess pie, and we've got this word.csv file, and it is very long. Don't try to like go to the bottom and like try to count and stuff like that. Just so go in here, playing the game, run Python 3 word guess pie to start the game. Choose difficulty level to guess the one letter at. So you guess one letter at a time. You win when you complete the word, and lose if you run out of guesses. Debug mode, pass true. Reveal the chosen word at the beginning of a game. Requirements: alter the game to get its words from the provided words CSV file. The CSV has 3 lines, so 3 rows. The first entry on each line is the difficulty level, and every other entry is a word for that difficulty. So the easy mode. So let's just go kind of look at, let's run this file. CD, I'm gonna CD into the word guess. Why is this taking? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna ls just to see what is in this directory, word guess. So I'm gonna run word guess, see what happens. Okay, so we got, this can be easy, medium, or really hard. The choice is yours. I'm gonna actually just open up the word guess and see where this text shows up, because I like to go through the function, see like where the logic is, like the route of everything. So please enter a letter. So I'm just gonna copy this just to see where it shows up. Oh, this can be easy. So yes.
Just like control that.
Yeah, so in order to find a word within the file, you just have to be within the file anywhere, and then Command or Control F, and then you can, this can't be. So initially, this first def, the set mode method is ran. Let's see where that is actually. So init, so right here, self.setMode is ran. So I'm back here in the terminal. I'm gonna set it for easy right now. Okay, please guess a letter shows up. Where is that? I'm gonna look for please guess a letter. Okay, it's within this ask for letter method. Where else does this exist? This ask for letter. Okay, so play turn. So this ask for letter is invoked when play turn is invoked. So I'm just seeing like how like the application runs. I'm just gonna start guessing. Okay, we have I. I've got 7 guesses left. O, U, T. What is it? I don't want. What's another one? What other letter we can guess? T, I. There we go. Yeah, you guessed it. So that's what I like to do. I just like to go through the method and see like the logic, the order, all the methods run in. But I see I have this self.words, and this is what we want to replace. We want to replace self.words with all the words in this file. So we already have like the overall architecture. Let's just delete these, the words that are given to us that are hard-coded. And we'll need to, what's the first thing we need to do? Like, how do we import?
CSV.
Okay. Import CSV. And then what else? I think that's it. So where within the file do we want to import, run the methods to import a CSV file?
Where you have your words, because the CSV file is going to correspond to the words.
Okay, we can do that. So within here,
Yes, sir.
so in the init. So based on the lecture yesterday, we've got,
Outside the class variable.
yeah. So based on the lecture yesterday, we have writing to CSV. We have all these different modes that we can do, the read, write, append. What are we doing for specifically this challenge? Are we reading, writing, both? Are we updating? We're just reading. Okay. So how do I read from a CSV file?
You're in the same directory.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
Yeah, it's like,
Let's refer to
Yeah.
the lecture and let's just copy this.
Yeah.
Just copy that.
You get it.
Yeah. Just paste that there. Comment it out. Already import the CSV. So I just copied what we have from the lecture yesterday just as a reference of how to read. So I'm actually, let's just do this right here. Because when this file runs, this with open will automatically run as well. So let's just kind of with open, what is it?
Words.csv.
So words.csv, and this, oh, I love raw. And this is just the path of where the words is located with relevant to this file. So wherever words is located relevant to this file, the word underscore guest.py file, this is the path. So we don't actually have to like, yeah, give it like a direct path or an absolute path. Okay, words as CSV file, and we can call this anything. Yeah, let's call it word list. All right, and then we got CSV reader equals CSV dot dict reader, and when you're,
Do you want to open it as or read it as a dictionary?
we'll get to that in a second. So we have, when you like start filling out, we've got like auto fills, like options that the CSV library, like what methods have. So let's CSV writer word list. So we want to open this as word list. So what this is doing is with the open, with this file, we're opening it and we're naming it as the word list. So we can refer to this file essentially as word list throughout. And then for row in CSV reader, let's just print the row. And based, and I'm actually going to comment out this entire method because I don't want to run the program yet. So I'm gonna, down here in the terminal, I'm gonna run this file again. So it's not going to run the word guess game. It's just gonna run this. It's gonna open the words.csv file. And it's gonna go through each row and then print the row. So let's see what happens. Whoa. Okay, or we printed something. But now if you go back to the challenge, what is the requirements? The CSV has 3 lines. So we can correspond each line to a row. The first entry on each line is the difficulty level, and every other entry is the word for that difficulty. So if the first entry on each line is the difficulty level, how do I show the difficulty? How do I print the difficulty level? So if the first entry, which is the first index on each line, which is essentially a row, I'm going to print that. I'm going to clear this. Oh. I'm going to run this file again. And, oh no. Line 13. So yeah. So yes, correct. So because we use dict reader, putting everything as a dictionary. So what if we just let's go up to. What if we just use reader? See, we get an output like this. So it's just an array of the row. But if we use dict reader, it shows an order, like a dictionary with the keys and then the values. So the keys are here, wins, losses. But we don't actually have any keys in this one. So there aren't any columns. You could. Right.
Why is it that the dictionary was actually the value and then a blank? Should have been the other way around.
Value and then the blank.
Right, because it's just rows. There's no column headings, right? And this one, so like it had like ID, and it would say like what the team name was, losses, right? But then whenever you printed before, it would have the word value, and then like that would be the key value, and then the value would be the 0 or number. So it kind of had that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
that's just how it defaults to if you don't have like a column header.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure as to why it says none, but yeah, like when I was first running this and using dict reader, I was like, why is it like a key and then none? So yeah. So let's just use reader right now. So we just want to get an output of arrays. Okay, cool. So we have MEH. Yeah, medium, easy, hard. So now if I wanted a word bank, we should actually keep this. Let's move this. So we know we want like that. We want something that prints the row. So we know like this is actually grabbing the information from the CSV file. Now we just have to manipulate that information into a usable word bank. I'm going to undo the word guess method, or uncomment it out. And let's put this down here. Make sure index are all good. Now let's, I'm going to delete that. So how do we can create like a word bank variable and make it a dictionary, and we can do that. Like if we wanted to, we could have just left this up here where it's at and created like a word bank variable and added the words to the word bank, and then just assign self.words to word bank if we wanted to. But let's do it in here. So how do I add all the rows or all the words to a dictionary that looked like easy, medium, if we know the first element is the easy, or we'll show the difficulty level.
Just pop it off into a variable.
Pop it off in there. Could do that. Or we can, so you said pop it off?
Yeah, use pop and capture the first element in a variable, and then use that variable to access the dictionary at self words and write the rows.
Okay. That's one way to do it. Can we do self rows or words at the first variable? So we know this row at index 0 corresponds to the easy, medium, and hard. So if we do self.words, so it's accessing its dictionary, the self.words dictionary, it's accessing the easy, medium, and hard. So let's just print this. Mind muting remote?
No, we can hear you.
One of you is not muted. Okay.
So it's showing the self-words, is that still active? Those keys don't have anything
Yep.
in them.
So what I'm printing, I'm accessing the self.words dictionary, and I'm grabbing the first element of the row of the CSV file, which corresponds to the difficulty level of easy, medium, hard, and it's getting the value, the key value. So it's an empty array. Now, how do you assign the value to a dictionary's key? What is that, John?
Use a key name equals some value.
So equals some value. Now, how do I access all the elements in this row, like all the words in this row, except for the very first element? You want to exclude that.
You could use the slice inside the brackets. You could do
So if I do,
instead of 0, you could do 1.
so what would I write right here? If I want to access all the words in this row,
Except for that, it would just be row brackets 1.
does that work?
And then the endpoint should be.
You don't have to do it right there. We just use the whole.
Yeah, we could, if we get the range, we would. Never mind, we had fun.
Let's see if this works. Exit out. I'm down here in the terminal. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Where is it? There we go. So if I run this again, nothing shows up. If I choose easy, A, E, I, O. No.
You can also set the debug to true and then see the word.
Yeah. Cool. So like I don't know whether or not these words got loaded in here yet. So let's turn the debug to true and see what happens. So I came up here in the def init initial and I set the debug to true. And in the challenge says the word guess initially accepts the optional Boolean value pass true to put the game in debug mode, which reviews the chosen word. So let's run this again. Easy. So it's got to first access the easy. So let's see what your word is. Undo. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Easy, medium. Endoprocta. Interesting. So now it's grabbing all these words because endoprocta was not in that hard word initially. But let's print self.words. And let's see. Oh, all right. That looks like it successfully grabbed all the words from the CSV file and accessed the first element of each row, because there's only 3 rows in that CSV file. And the first element corresponds to the easy, and it's setting this value to the entire row, excluding the 0 element. So it's starting at 1, the first index, and it's including to the end of the index. What questions do you have? You can just do the row, but then if you just do the row, it'll also include the easy, medium, and hard, or like that single word. What questions do you have? So pretty straightforward. Remote.